now I want to take a brief few minutes to talk, to share with you guys about something that a new Denter this year and a sponsor of ours cares about very much, and I think it's an important issue. And so for that, I'd like to ask Peter Hamilton to join me up here on stage. Have a seat, Peter.
Thanks, Jason.
So, Peter, you run a thing called Freedom from Addiction. Can you tell me about what that is?
So we created an online platform or community to promote awareness about addiction and reduce the stigma in hopes to... Sorry. We created an online platform. There you go, right? It's an online community to create awareness around addiction, reduce the stigma, and promote long-term recovery. And so we've been on a little bit of a road to get that started, and over the last 2 months we actually launched, and we're getting some good traction.
So can you tell me a bit about, because I think there's a personal story to it, so why have you started Freedom for Addiction?
I battled with addiction from an early age, and at 23 I found recovery, and my life got really good. And 13 years later, beautiful house, businessman, I had everything, 2 kids. I decided one day that, hey, I'm cured. And, throughout that whole time, I kept my disease or recovery a complete secret because to me, I was completely ashamed and embarrassed about being an addict. And so, to me, that one drink was gonna be just a little drink, right? And it ended up that, 2 years later, I had a near-death experience, and never would I have thought that it would have taken me that far. And a lot of that was contributed to the fact that I wouldn't talk about my addiction or even my recovery. To me, it was more of a stigma of recovery, funny enough, rather than having addiction. It's like really simple to say I was addicted to something, but it's really hard for me to tell you that, hey, I can't have a drink, or I will lose my entire family, or I will die. So those are the things that are very hard to talk about. And today, we've got a huge epidemic on our hands. There's, when I started this project a year and a half ago, I couldn't believe when I heard it was 44 people a day dying from, an overdose. I thought, my God, 44 people. And it's a year and a half later, and that number is now over 100. So it's a huge amount of kids, middle class to upper class, that are dying. And if you take 100 people a day, imagine the number of family members that are losing their kids. And since I started this project, it's funny that I can talk to people and say, no, I'm a recovering addict. This article came out on me in the newspaper, in the Miami Herald, recently, and I was so worried what everybody would think about me, and it's become like a complete relief, and it's like I am who I am, you know, and I think that if we can promote that, removing that shame.
The ability to talk about it.
Right.
Just the freedom to talk about it, too.
Sure.
So I think we have a video apparently queued up, and let's go ahead and take a look at it.
Hi, my name is Daniela, and I support recovery.
Hi, my name is Leo, and I support recovery.
Hi, I'm Liz, and I support recovery.
Hi, I'm Matt McKenna, and I support recovery.
I know one of my best friends are out there right now. He doesn't know what to do. He's desperate, on drugs. And I'm going to tell you, there's hope. There's recovery. You got to get help. I support you, and I support recovery.
And there's a very cool, if you go to freedomfromaddiction.com, there's another very cool video they have on their homepage.
Yeah.
So thank you for sharing that with us.
Absolutely.